Judicial Watch obtains damning documents tying John McCain to IRS targeting scandal. Yeah, that's a traitor, all right, by Amy Moreno for TruthFeedNews.com. Newly uncovered documents show that traitor John McCain was working with the IRS to target conservatives. I hope your daughter is real proud of you, John McCain. Yeah, you're going to go down in history as a big fat traitor. What John McCain has done to destroy any movement that challenges progressive and establishment globalism proves once and for all what a deep state crony he truly is. Yeah, we already knew, but this is precious now that Judicial Watch found evidence. Wow. Hats off again, I'll say it, to Judicial Watch. Washington, D.C. Judicial Watch today released newly obtained internal IRS documents, including material revealing that Senator John McCain's former staff director and chief counsel of the Senate Homeland Security Permanent Subcommittee, that was a mouthful, Henry Kerner, urged top IRS officials, including then Director of Exempt Organizations, Lois Lerner, to audit so many that it becomes financially ruinous. Kerner was appointed by President Trump as special counsel for the United States Office of Special Counsel. The explosive exchange was contained in notes taken by IRS employees at an April 30th, 2013 meeting between Kerner, Lerner, and other high-ranking IRS officials just 10 days following the meeting. Former IRS Director of Exempt Organizations, Lois Lerner, admitted that the IRS had a policy of improperly and deliberately delaying applications for tax-exempt status from conservative nonprofit groups. Lerner and other IRS officials met with select top staffers from the Senate Governmental Affairs Committee in a marathon meeting to discuss concerns raised by both Senator Carl Levin and Senator John McCain that the IRS was not reining in political advocacy groups in response to the Supreme Court Citizens United decision. Senator McCain had been the chief sponsor of the McCain-Feingold Act and called the Citizens United decision, which overturned portions of the act, one of the worst decisions I have ever seen. In the full notes of an April 30th meeting, McCain's high-ranking staffer, Kerner, recommends harassing nonprofit groups until they are unable to continue operating. Kerner tells Lerner, Steve Miller, then Chief of Staff to IRS Commissioner Nicole Flax and other IRS officials, maybe the solution is to audit so many that it is financially ruinous. In response, Lerner responded that it is her job to oversee it all. Henry Kerner asked about how to get to the abuse of organizations claiming Section 501c4, but designed to be primarily political. Lois Lerner said the system works, but not in real time. Henry Kerner noted that these organizations don't disclose donors. Lois Lerner said that if they don't meet the requirements, we can come in and revoke, but it doesn't happen timely. Nan Mark said if the concerns is that organizations engaging in the activity don't disclose donors, then the system doesn't work. Henry Kerner said that maybe the solution is to audit so many that it is financially ruinous. Nicole noted that we have budget constraints. Elise Bean suggested using the list of organizations that made independent expenditures. Lois Lerner said that it is her job to oversee it all, not just political campaign activity. Judicial Watch previously reported on the 2013 meeting. Senator McCain then issued a statement decrying false reports claiming that his office was somehow involved in IRS targeting of conservative groups. The IRS previously blacked out the notes of the meeting, but Judicial Watch found the notes among the subsequent documents released by the agency. Judicial Watch separately uncovered that Lerner was under significant pressure from both Democrats in Congress and the Obama DOJ and FBI to prosecute and jail the groups the IRS was already improperly targeting. In discussing pressure from Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Democrat from Rhode Island, to prosecute these political groups, Lerner admitted it's all about the 501c4 organizations, and political activity. The April 30th, 2013 meeting came just under 2 weeks prior to Lerner's admission during an ABA meeting that the IRS had inappropriately targeted conservative groups. In her May 2013 answer to a planted question in which she admitted to the absolutely incorrect, insensitive, and inappropriate targeting of Tea Party and conservative groups, Lerner suggested the IRS targeting occurred due to an uptick in 501c4 applications to the IRS, but in actuality, there had been a decrease in such applications in 2010. On May 14, 2013, a report by the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration revealed early in calendar year 2010, the IRS began using inappropriate criteria to identify organizations applying for tax-exempt status. Example, lists of the past and future donors. The illegal IRS reviews continued for more than 18 months and delayed processing of targeted group applications in advance of the 2012 presidential election. All of these documents were forced out of the IRS as a result of an October 13 Judicial Watch Freedom of Information FOIA lawsuit filed against the IRS after it failed to respond adequately to 4 FOIA requests sent in May of 2013. Judicial Watch Inc. versus Internal Revenue Service. Judicial Watch is seeking all records related to the number of applications received or related to communications between the IRS and members of the U.S. House of Representatives or the U.S. Senate regarding the review process for organizations applying for tax-exempt status, all records of communication, copies of questionnaires, all records related to Lois Lerner communications with the IRS employees, as well as government or private entity outside the U.S., outside the IRS regarding the review and approval process for 501c4 applicant organizations. In closing this up, the Obama IRS scandal is bipartisan. Mccain and Democrats who wanted to regulate political speech lost at the Supreme Court, so they sought to use the IRS to harass innocent Americans, said Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. The Obama IRS scandal is not over, as Judicial Watch continues to uncover smoking gun documents that raise questions about how the Obama administration weaponized the IRS, the FEC, FBI, and DOJ to target the First Amendment rights of Americans. Are we surprised? No, not at all. Not at all. But look at all the agencies they have their hands in. And now Obama's into the Facebook and the YouTube he got involved with, giving away our rights. The Twitter, you see how they try to get everything. They get all the places to target the First Amendment rights of Americans. You see what damage this Obama has done with the help of his cohorts, such as Hillary Clinton and John McCain and the rest of his cronies. You see what I'm saying? All of us, in fact, actually, it's basically, it comes down to anybody with a conservative voice. These are the traitors of America, and Obama should be held accountable for his garbage, because without him giving the go-ahead, nobody would have been able to do anything. So let's get Obama, because we know these people are traitors, but let's get the head honchos, not the little ones, not the little ones, as much. I want Obama to answer to this garbage, as he's the knight in shining armor, the messiah, so to speak, of the Democratic Party. Yeah, we see what kind of a messiah he is if he didn't try to control all of the United States' freedom of speech as they're doing now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.